You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last love has won, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you.
Surprisingly, the Four Seasons, from the beginning, has really been the work of two guys. Members of the group come and go, but to this day, Frankie Valli's partner is Bob Gaudio. Bob was born across the Hudson River in the Bronx, but he moved to New Jersey as a teenager and quickly got into music. He played in local high school groups, at dances, and church socials. He started to write music and came up with an astonishing success almost immediately.
Man, dig that crazy chick.
The first song I wrote turned out to be Short Shorts, which was not much of a song, but it was a very big hit record. And from that point on, I just kind of stayed with it. It sort of was a hobby when it first started and turned into being a business, and it's always been fun.
He went from teenager to recording star literally overnight, taking most of the high school group with him. They were known as the Royal Teens. Bob Gaudio is one of the most consistently successful songwriters in the history of rock. He's written more than 30 hit records: Ragdoll, Silence is Golden, Sherry, Big Girls Don't Cry, Walk Like a Man, Dawn, Let's Hang On, Can't Take My Eyes Off You, Who Loves You, December 1963, and many, many more.
Big girls don't cry. Big girls don't cry.
After a couple of years, the Royal Teens broke up and Bob Gaudio joined a new group that became the Four Seasons. They started slowly at first, but in 1962, the incredible parade of Four Seasons hits began.
My flash recollections are, we recorded a song, it was called Sherry. We were playing at a local bar somewhere in South Jersey for the summer. The next thing I remember is Dick Clark played it on one of his Saturday afternoon shows, and 3 days later it sold 200 or 300,000 records, and before we knew it, it was number one.
It was amazing. From obscurity to superstardom nearly in seconds.
Sherry, Sherry baby, Sherry, Sherry baby, Sherry, baby, Sherry, Sherry, can you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Sherry, baby.
Four Seasons records owed their success to the remarkable 3.5-octave voice of Frankie Valli. Singing was his goal in music, but in those days, you couldn't just be a singer.
I wanted to be a singer, but in order to work, you had to play and sing. All things turn around. Today, most groups are self-sustaining. They play and sing and write and everything. And I had one of those kind of groups in those days.
At first, he didn't play an instrument, but when he tried out for a singing job and found he needed one, he got one fast.
I lied and told him I played bass and went out and bought a bass from a pawn shop and took it home and played records and got a feel of what bass playing was like, and I faked bass with this guy's trio for 3 years.
He quit school at an early age, firmly convinced that music was his life. It may well have been, but it wasn't yet his livelihood. He had to work at a variety of jobs just to keep eating.
I was a hairdresser for a while. I worked construction for a while. I wasn't too proud to do anything. You know, I just wanted to escalate my life and get out of what I knew I could get out of if I worked hard enough. I just wanted to do something with my life.
He was willing to work, yes, but not at anything that would jeopardize his music.
I never took a job that promotions were in line and that whole kind of thing. If I felt that was happening, it already scared me and I wanted to get away from it. So I just stayed away from that kind of thing. I did fill-in work. My main goal was to stay in this business and work hard on it until I had developed myself so that I could make it.
Earning a musical living in the New York, New Jersey area was tough in those days. You had to be able to handle any kind of music. Frankie worked with groups under a variety of names, playing weddings, bar mitzvahs, high school proms, and anything else he could get. They were called the Romans, the Topics, the Four Lovers, and a bunch of other names, including the Varietones.
The Varietones came out of the fact that we had done just about everything. We did some Polish music and Italian music, and we did country music. We did a little bit of everything.
But the years of dedication and obscurity paid off on a scale beyond imagination. When Sherry hit, the Four Seasons hit the top and stayed there.
12 or 15 weeks, we dominated the #1 spot. Sherry was #1, and Sherry was replaced by Big Girls Don't Cry, #1, and Big Girls Don't Cry was replaced by Walk Like a Man, #1.
Walk like a man, fast as I can. Walk like a man from you. Out to the world, forget about it, girl. And walk like a man from you.
The Four Seasons spent their first few years in the background, literally. It wasn't until the little man with the 3.5-octave voice stepped out front that the Four Seasons reached their heights. We'll look at that next on the Special of the Week. It didn't make headlines at the moment, but the turning point in the group's career probably came during the late 50s in Pittsburgh. Bob Gaudio remembers the first time he met Frankie Valli.
We did a TV show together. He was with a group called the Four Lovers, and I was with my first group, which was the Royal Teens. And we just kind of struck up conversation. And then I left the Royal Teens about 2 years later, and we ran into each other again and started the Four Seasons.
Names. Frankie Costelluccio has known many. Ladies and gentlemen, the Special of the Week proudly presents Frankie Valli and the Romans.